Tropical storm Hermine making landfall about an hour and a half ago in extreme northern Mexico. It's headed for Texas right now, sitting about 30 miles south of Brownsville, moving north. And coastal areas like Padre Island could be in for severe flooding. And that's where we find the Weather Channel's Mike Seidel waiting for this storm to roll in.
We are getting hit right now by one of those rain bands from Hermine. Overnight, expect wind gusts as high as 60 miles an hour. There could be some scattered power outages here on the coast, but inland, it's going to be more of a rain issue, a flood threat, than anything else. The winds will die down late tonight, and tomorrow it will be rain with flood watches now up as far north as Dallas, Texas. But this storm, perfect timing here for the beach season.
Our main summer season is over. It's still always a great tourism season here, but the timing, if we've got to do this, this is a good time.
It'll be those bands closest to the center as they roll through here later on this evening. That's when we'll see the higher wind gust. But once again, reiterating, inland impacts will be flood related. Brownsville is ready. They've got a command center set up. Schools have been closed for tomorrow, and they've got shelters ready if needed. They've also got generators in place and crews on standby. They are ready to go if needed. Back to you.
Mike Seidel on Padre Island. Rhonda Lee here with more on the heavy rain that we could see in this storm here in central Texas.
Exactly. Now, earlier today, we did get 2/100 of an inch of rain at Camp Mabry as well as at the airport. We're still quite okay as far as our surplus for the year goes, coming in at over 5 inches and no deficit to speak of either. Right now, partly cloudy skies at Camp Mabry, a temperature of 79 degrees, mostly cloudy at the airport. Those clouds are rolling in, and right now it is 80 degrees there. We had a high today of 92, which isn't bad, and we're actually just a 1 degree below normal, which is rare. It feels kind of weird, doesn't it? Because we've been so high and well above our average for most of the month, or I guess at least August and a little bit of this month as well. Our lakes are about to get full. That is for certain right now. They're breaking even right here at Lake Buchanan, and then at Lake Travis they are just barely above. So that's definitely going to change. Our radar right here, Viper, is clearly showing how Hermine is pushing water up onto the coast. They have had a few storm surge reports, about 2 feet and more there, and that would explain why that woman was caught into those rip currents out there. So if you are still planning to go to the beach, you're not going to, nix your plans or anything, just make sure you be careful out there. Those rip currents are still going to remain high for at least the next 24 to 48 hours. Right now in Lampasas, it's 80 degrees. It's 77 in Burnett, and it's 79 in Rockdale and 79 in LaGrange. And the winds, this is going to be the story over the next few days. We've been lucky enough to see some of these winds diminish at Camp Mabry as well as at the airport. They're right now to the southeast at about 6 miles per hour. But we do have wind advisories for the hill country in particular as the center of Hermine goes towards them to the west of Austin and could really do some damage as far as the winds and the rain. So, of course, if you have anything outside, now is a perfect time to go ahead and bring in things that could potentially be projectiles. What I mean by that, lawn furniture, toys, even planters and things like that, you might want to go ahead and store them someplace indoors and someplace safe. Right now in Oklahoma City, it is 81 degrees for you guys there. It's 84 in Dallas. And notice how it's just a little bit cooler off to the coast there. It's 78 in Houston and 78 also in Corpus Christi at this hour. Tropical storm Hermine, here is the latest. She's moving to the north-northwest at about 12 miles per hour. We have wind gusts at 69 miles per hour at this point. This is still a potent storm, and with it, the winds don't diminish right away. They will stay on us and make their way up here within the next 12 hours. Again, one more look at our satellite and radar composite. She made landfall right to the south of us in Brownsville, or actually towards the southern part of Brownsville into the northern part of Mexico. Now, our future and cloud radar, this is really our huge storyteller right here, putting this into motion into Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the morning. We become the bullseye, and we stay the bullseye. A lot of yellows, a lot of reds, even into Tuesday afternoon, further into the dining hour, in your dinner hour, still going to remain quite wet, very wet. Over the next 2 days, even into Wednesday, we finally start to see some of those reds start to diminish, and we will start to dry out by the end of the week. 75 in Rockdale overnight, 75 in Giddings as well. And look at our lower 80s to mid 80s for all of us because of the rain and the clouds. Tonight, 74 degrees, and those wind gusts 10 to 20 and sometimes gusting to 35 to 40 miles per hour. 86 northerly winds. Look at that, gusting to over 25 miles an hour. It will remain windy for the next 48 hours, but it does really cool off as the rain starts to diminish by Thursday. And putting that weekend into view, it actually starts to improve, and we do start to warm up by the end of the week and into the weekend. And of course, you can always get the latest on the weather first thing in the morning starting at 5 o'clock on Austin News Today every 10 minutes.